Hello and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream. I'm trying to find my cursor. There it is. Great. Welcome. Thank you for being here and spending part of your Saturday at this live stream. Here we just talk about tech and whatever comes up. We talk about a lot of smart home stuff. Today, let's talk about Apple and the Apple event coming up. So if you're in the market for some new iPads, and we also talk about just whatever comes up. I really enjoy that this is an open format because who knows where it's going to go. It's always interesting for me to find out. I'm curious. So let's see what happens. I do want to thank the channel members. I appreciate you guys very much for supporting the channel. Before this stream at 8:15 a.m. PDT, there's a member stream. I try to catch everybody up on anything going on in my world of tech, try to share behind the scenes stuff if possible. Today we ended up talking about movies, going to the movies some, and it's David hadn't seen a lot of movies. Hadn't seen movies in a while. So anyways, also thank you, Alan. I just saw that pop up. Happy Star Wars Day, everyone. I put on this shirt because my gray shirts were dirty. So I realized what the date was and went, cool, it worked out. So May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And let me know if you guys got anything going on this weekend. Any Star Wars movies? Maybe I need to do. No, that sounds like too much work. No, my daughter was talking about how she's like, I think I need to see the movies from start to finish. I'm like, theatrical or order or chronological order, because yeah. So anyways, let me just jump right in the chat. Good morning, Nick. Thank you for being here, and I hope you're doing well. Chantal, thank you for being here. Good day. Devon, hey, Devon's the one that keeps us up to date on everything animated. So thank you for being here. John, good morning from Wet Texas. We're looking kind of like rain anytime now. So I feel like there's a lot of similarities happen in the weather. And I want to say thank you to BW's Electronics. Bill is one of the greatest supporters of this channel. He is the official timekeeper of the Craig's Tech Talk channel. If I didn't have him in the chat popping up saying 1 hour behind, no, letting me know this stream, I'd still be going from last weekend. So thank you very much, Bill. And Alan, Space Ace, good morning. Why don't you go over and hit the thumbs up and like button right now? Thank you very much, Alan. I hope you and Nancy are doing well. We got to catch up. I think we need to have a member Zoom. We haven't had one of those in a while, so we got a little catch up. Curtis, hey, good morning, Curtis. And break time, good morning. And Brian from Phoenix. Yeah, it's welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Phoenix, I'm sure you guys are getting that AC ready to go. Starting to heat up. Caroline, hey, Caroline, welcome. Thank you for being here. And Alan, again, happy Star Wars Day. David, that's long time no see. David was mentioning that he picks up some of the continuity errors in movies when he watches it. I can see that being a joy for Andrea. And Sean, hey, welcome, Sean. May the 4th. And tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. Oh, yeah, I was actually born tomorrow, too, on Cinco de Mayo. So it was so weird growing up. I'm like, why are they busting some piñatas over on the other side of the fence? There's a whole celebration going on. They're celebrating my birthday across, behind that house behind us. No, that's Cinco de Mayo. Okay. So, went in and grabbed me out. They made the choice to go get me on that day. So, anyways, Andrea, hey, Andrea, welcome. Craig said you were asking about me. I'm doing good. Happy Star Wars Day to you. And yes, David was saying that it's been a while since you guys had gone to the movie theater, and I can't blame them. It's a tough one at times. I will say, when going to the movies, it is nice to spend a little extra sometimes to get that specialty theater, that you pay an extra $4, $5 a ticket, yeah, we have one called Sinopolis, and the seats, they have like two seats next to each other, a like little divider table with a lamp, and then two seats, lamp, and so much better to see a movie that way. It just so that is yeah, it's kind of it's hard to get motivated to go to the theater. Let's see. David, don't forget tomorrow as it's Return of the Fifth Day. That's, I'm like, wow, it keeps on going. John, good morning to you, and thank you, John and Duncan. Duncan, good morning. I think I saw you pop in, and I didn't say good morning at the member stream. Thank you, Duncan. He's our Scott in Texas. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And Eric, Modern Day Tech. Check out his channel. I always like to give Eric a shout out because what's great thing about Eric too is that. Well, he's a good guy. God, my cursor. Oh, there we go. One, he's a good guy. Him and I met up at Starbucks when he was here in California. We'd already hung out a couple times at Vid Summit, but really a good guy to hang out with. And also, nice thing about Eric is he's just playing with this stuff. This isn't his full-time gig. So you're gonna get really, really straightforward opinions out of Eric, which is good. So check him out, especially on the HomeKit side of things. But he just recently put out the LifeX Govee comparison. So I'm going to throw Eric's channel down in the chat. So take a look at that. And Eric, good morning. Good morning, man. It's raining there. I'm inside playing with a Kara. Yeah, I can imagine maybe some of the devices you're playing with. I know that, yeah, you get the behind the scenes stuff. You get the good stuff coming to you too, Eric. David, it's currently 72 Fahrenheit where I am in the UK. Yeah, everything just went bloop. The weather's all upside down all around the world. John, question: have you used any of the Tapo HomeKit cameras, and what's the difference? No, I have not used them. Yeah, I hadn't. My problem I was having with the TP-Link side was they were the fractured part of it, where it was like the Tapo line and then the Casa lineup. Now that it's like I've already kind of made my choice with cameras, so I haven't really played and used theirs. It's like I like Eufy stuff. I think some of it initially too with the Aqara stuff with the TP-Link stuff, was that they weren't bringing anything new initially. So they were just kind of like, it was another 1080p camera. It wasn't necessarily anything that added more into the camera space. So I just never really paid attention to them. Had they come out initially with HomeKit cameras, that would have kind of set them aside, and I think I would have shown more interest. But I know that what's his name did. I don't know if Paul did. I know Brian at Automate Your Life did some videos on them, I think. And I was trying to think, did you do or see? No, you didn't do any videos on the Tapo ones. There's also a video from Lawn.tv. I feel bad. Sorry, one second. Oh. I'm not gonna fix this typo. I need to. Okay, there we go. Lawn TV. This guy, he covers everything. He's old school YouTube, but he had a video, and I do feel bad for some of these content creators that were called out in this. It made me glad that I didn't do any of the Tapo videos because he lumped up some creators. I don't know where it was at. He threw some creators under the bus saying that, they basically, by making a video, agreed. Oh, yeah. Agreed to this guy. That basically they were agreeing to the terms that TP Link asked for. So this is a little behind the scenes scandal, which I get these emails. I got the same emails from TP Link. I get them all the time from these companies going, well, we would like you. Can you do this? Or here's suggestions. And I just ignore everything they send because that makes it biased if you do listen to any of them. But what sucks, this guy's video went into basically how TP Link is saying we need you to do this, this, and this, and by working with them you're agreeing to those terms, which this creator said, is calling out these other smart home folks saying you're basically on the take if you're agreeing with this. But it's like, no, I get those emails and just tell them to shut up. I do what I do, and it's like you don't get to I'm the no guy. So just know when you get videos from me, I make the video as I see fit with it. And I've had different comments where, it's like, hey, would it be possible? And nope. So that's been my approach. It's the only way I could keep it real with you guys is to tell them no. So yeah, I don't think I'll be doing anything with TP Link. Not because of the brand. I think they're a great brand. I just find, screw it. I'm gonna keep things real. The contact there was super annoying, and I don't ever want to deal with this person again. It's the only one time I said, you know what, can you just send me a label so I can send this back? This is just a pain in the butt. And then they reached out to me, and then the lady drove me crazy again. And I said, this is just, please don't contact me anymore. I do not enjoy working with you at all. So that's why you're not going to see TP Link unless it's something I'm really interested in buying, because the lady was just the most annoying person I've ever worked with in YouTube. She was so annoying. So so I won't. It's the only person I've said, just please don't contact me. I like the products. I just don't want to work with you. So that would be also part of the reason why you're not going to hear much, or I haven't even bothered. Like she last time reached out was like, can I send you would you like to see our new camera? I'm like, no. Can you please remove me from your list and not contact me anymore? So just no. I work for you guys. I don't work for them. Let's see. Carito GX, my friend. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. May the 4th be with you. Chantal, raining in the Netherlands too. I'd love to go to the Netherlands. I've never been. We had 2 really good spring summer days. Someone flipped the autumn switch. I'm sorry. I hope they flip it back for you. I did a lot of cruise ships with Holland America, and it's like we got the Dutch officers, and very, very, very tight group. But yeah, it was fun. We had a good time, officers bar and stuff. But yeah, that's as close as I've got working with the folks there. But I'd love to make it to the Netherlands. And Bill, thank you very much for the happy birthday. John, thank you too. And Eric, happy birthday. Happy early birthday to you. Oh yeah, I'm not able to stream next weekend because when I have to release a video, I need to give it some room to breathe. I have a Friday release. If it releases earlier, I'll let you know if we could do a Saturday video, but that's next Saturday is Eric's birthday. So I want you guys to go follow him on the community tab, find him on Twitter. We can just beat him up with happy birthdays. I always feel like I shouldn't mention mine, like I'm asking for attention or something. Like I've always been low key. Like I don't want birthdays celebrated. Like when I would do events and stuff, and there's certain people, they would know when someone's birthday was, and they'd get a cake or something. I'm like, I don't have a birthday. Let's see, Devon, the movie The Fall Guy is now playing in theaters. Yeah, and again, happy birthday, just in case I don't get to tell you, Eric. And yeah, the movie The Fall Guy. I want to see it. Apparently, there's some controversy about a distasteful Amber Heard and Johnny Depp joke in it. I don't know if the movie's any good, but I will say, if they can somehow do a movie as good as 21 Jump Street, the Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum movie. Is that Channing Tatum? I don't know. Movie. That would be awesome if it was that hilarious and funny. But other than that, I don't know. I'm curious about it. How many of you guys have seen Barbie? That was a fun movie, I thought, and he was pretty fun in it. Curtis, holy tornadoes. Oh yeah, tornado, man. Tornadoes. Those are way scarier to me than earthquakes. It's like, yeah, earthquakes are like something waiting may happen, but tornadoes, they happen all the time. Like that stuff. That is scary, man. I hope you're not having to worry about that. Kenny Murphy, wet old day in Northern Ireland as well. It just, for some reason, it's like I can't picture Ireland without. I just picture cloudy, green, rainy. It's like trying to picture Seattle without rain. And yeah. So anyways, Alan, thank you very much for the early happy birthday wishes. I appreciate it, man. And George, thank you. London, yeah, you're having a sunny day. And thank you guys over in the UK. Oh man, Ireland, England. God, I appreciate you guys all over there. Early on, I saw how much love from the UK. I love it. So I appreciate you guys. And even more so that you just Brexit? Good for you. No, I don't know. Yeah, bad Europe. You know what? Europe and the Euro, damn you. I remember when Italy was a deal, when they were on the lira. Oh my God, you live like a king as an American. And then that Euro thing came out. There goes all the deals. Let's see. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, Apple event though. Anybody in the market for a new iPad? I am looking at getting the 12.9 inch, or if it changes size, the OLED version, because apparently we're going to see OLED iPad Pros. So I definitely would like to experience that. Blame it on the channel. And there's also the rumor of a larger iPad Air, which I think that one would be the more important iPad to come out. Like the one that's been a piece that's been missing that I think would really be the best large iPad for most people. There's also rumor of the new iPad Pros coming out with the M4 chip before any computer comes out with it. So it makes sense if they're going to release the M4 chip in the fall for MacBook Airs. It makes sense so that the iPad Pro is not behind, because one video I watched had a good point that Apple updates the processor like every 2 years on the Pro. So this gets them kind of future-proofed. And apparently the M4 chip is important for some of this AI functionality coming up. So it needs to kind of have that M4 chip. So we'll see. It could be a great update or open up a nice, with a larger iPad, just another option for folks to get without having to spend that Pro pricing on it. So that'll be cool. David, someone I work with asked me about getting an Apple Watch. I told them to wait until September for the new one. Yes, always. Yeah, we're at the tipping point. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely now at the don't buy an Apple Watch. And I know people, it drives me crazy, and I get it because they just want to make the purchase and they want to do it and you see a good price. But there'll be people a month before. Like, I'll make a video, don't buy an Apple Watch now. And they're like, I saw a great deal on a Series 9. And it's like, yes, I guarantee you're going to see a great deal on the Series 9 when the 10 comes out. So if you're that anxious to get a Series 9 now, if that energy and you're really to dive into it, just dive into it the next day after the Apple event when they all go on sale because they're the old model. So if you're going to buy the old model right after the new model comes out, not pay new prices on the old model. So anyways, that's one of those, the good call on that, man. My wife just got an iPhone 15 Pro. And her phone's, she's had issues with her phone. She's had it for a few years. The speaker has problems. She takes photos all the time. So I'm like, just get a Pro. And really, we're at that point that it's like, for her, just get the Pro now. We know what this version's doing. The iPhone 15 is this phone, it's like the battery's way better than the previous version. So she just bought one. But most people, we've now crossed the line for buying new watches and new phones. No new watches, no new phones at this point, okay? Because beginning of November is usually when we see these. So good call, David. And your friend should be thanking you. It's so sad to see people buy something and then the upgrade happens shortly after. Let's see. David, 3-day weekend for us in the UK at the moment. What holidays do you guys, what do you have going on? We're just on a normal week. Last week was spring break? No, that was the week before. I don't know. You're welcome, Eric, man. I appreciate it. I was glad to see you come out. That was great catching up with you. And I still gotta thank you for the conversation we had at Vid Summit. That opened up, like, on the Amazon front, that opened up a whole lot of possibilities. So thank you, sir. Chaz, about once a month I have to unlink and relink the car skill to Lady A because my motion sensor routines will just stop working out of nowhere. Ever had this issue, or do you know of any reason why? It baffles me why that would stop working after a certain period of time. Now, question though for you, next time it does it, have you tried power cycling anything and seeing if you get a different result? It's weird that the skill, like the two of them stop communicating. So part of me wonders is if it stops triggering, do you restart your Echo? Just restart the Echo and see if it does it. And if that doesn't do it and they still won't talk, do you restart the hub, the car hub? It's really confusing why their two servers would stop talking. So that's where I would try to pick out one, and see, because that's, it's like being logged out. It sounds like being logged out once a month. And then you're like, so that seems weird to me. So if anyone else has an answer, it'd be great to know. And yeah, Eric, Lon is awesome. Lon.tv that I mentioned earlier, he's old school. He's old school YouTube, and he covers everything tech in detail. Very into his gig, into his job. He's committed. Hard worker in that. I gotta give him credit. David Nolan moved a Zigbee light strip to a different room, renamed and created a new Echo routine via motion sensor. It's coming on at incorrect brightness and temperature. App bug. Reset strip and start over. Since you moved the strip from a different room and renamed it and created a new Echo, I would say if it is doing that, then just to remove it. Bring it back in. Since you moved it, moving it to a different room shouldn't matter. But I don't trust any of this stuff now. You might have found the right option to take advantage of a bug. I've just lost a lot of faith in Amazon with stuff. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I left the theme on the theme screen on the Echo Show 15, which I don't even use now. My wife uses it to watch TV sometimes in the morning. But that, I left the themes on. Well, guess what the theme is? Lexus. It's a Lexus in the forest, Lexus in the desert, Lexus in the parking lot. It's Lexus in the corner and just themes related with their cars in it. I'm like, what? How the hell's that a theme? I'm like, no wonder customers are getting irritated. So, David, since you wrote a new routine, I would think removing the strip would be the best option because it seems like garbage is carrying over somehow. So hopefully it recognizes it and doesn't just put it right back into place. And I don't know. I mean, there is the option that could be something easier, is like going back to Chaz, that maybe does unlinking the skill and relinking it. Is that a simple fix? That you just unlink the two, they link back together, and that routine triggers fine. That would be the 30-second test. And if that doesn't work, then I would remove it and add it back in. Sucks to have to write automations and stuff, but it's better than garbage in there. I switch Chaz. I switch all my Google Nest and Wise cameras over to various Tapo models about 6 months ago and absolutely love them. No issues at all. Thank you for sharing that. And that's one of those things I like to separate, that it's like, I like everything I've used from TP-Link. Their initial cameras were kind of coming in weird looking and just they weren't coming in with enough that was strong, but their latest offerings and stuff, I could totally see them being great. You know, I like TP-Link. I just don't want to work with them. So, but thank you. I'm glad you're sharing that. Larry, hey, good morning and welcome. Brian, good morning, Craig, and all. Hope everyone's having a great day. Got to work, but want to stop by. Looking forward to checking out the show later today. I hope it's worth watching. I appreciate you, Brian, and have a good day at work. David, have you watched any YouTube videos by Mr. Who's the Boss? He does videos on smartphones, game consoles, and all things tech. I have, yeah. Yeah. No, I think one of the things like I've watched videos on things that have helped him, like a video that I watched a video that, like, I think from a channel, Film Booth, that this guy's awesome. But talking about, or someone else, talking about how Marquez Brownlee and Mr. Who's the Boss, their videos started to grab more attention when they started to become more animated and started using their hands more and opened up their shot for action, and something that I guess I've been doing for a long time. But yeah, his style of video, I mentioned that because there's a lot of that. There's a lot. Because if I don't swoosh and change and swoosh and do something different, that's my only problem, is I've too much of that stuff has just been happening. And what initial stuff that, I don't know, it's everything just feels like so produced. That's where I struggle, where I could turn on Marquez Brownlee and I just listen to dude talk about it. Where with him, he's using every single YouTube trick in the book, which is very successful and it works well. I mean, God, look at what he's had great success, but like outlining it and all this, all I see is that, yeah, if he makes it, did he write the video? Is this all 100% him? And then it gets tossed off to an editor, which I get I use Blake to edit videos, but the whole idea is I don't want to get away from just me talking, sharing information, which to my own detriment. Someone like him knows the tricks in the book. Sorry, I think I went full screen and screwed that all up. But he knows all these editing tricks and, the things that keep audience engaged. It's actually kind of nice to see Mr. Beast pull away from a lot of the tricks, that the audience engagement tricks that used to be used by a lot of, but a lot of his gimmicks that he'd use. But yeah, swoosh, sit down, graphic, boom. There's just nothing. It's lost. It's just gone too. It's distracting to me at that point. So I struggle with that. So hopefully I'm not just poo-pooing on your favorite YouTuber. Because he's yeah, that's but that style, like I struggle with Mr. Beast for the same reason. That style of editing where it's just go, go, go. And I know, I get why it works. I try to trim the breath, trim the fat where I can, with mine. You've been staring at my face too long. B-roll. Here's a picture of the device so you don't have to look. But yeah, that's kind of one of the things that style hasn't worked well for me. Cool. Talking Chaz and John about the Tapo cameras. He did a video recently about TV and game subscriptions. He's been paying £900 a month. That is insane, and it's easy to do. It's really easy to do. I'm gonna need to do a check-in with my wife and see if she's almost done with CBS All Access, because I'm getting ready to cancel that one. I canceled Showtime or HBO a couple months back. I started CBS All Access up because they wanted to watch a movie, and Star Trek series were updated or new. But yeah, it's easy. It's easy to just keep piling them on. Yeah, it's crazy. So £900. David, as someone who was 7 years old when A New Hope was released, I'm sure wish I still had the old Star Wars toys and Legos, Matchbox cars, and Atari. I know. I remember having the Ewok Village, the Millennium Falcon, the AT-AT, the big one. There were some good toys. And the Lego sets. I didn't even realize the value of it. About 2 years ago, I sold the Ewok Village that my wife had bought me for Christmas like a few years prior. That's some of this stuff. It's insane what it's worth. John, I waited until not have to pay for Babe Move? I think typo. I'm sorry, John. Chantal, depends on the price for the iPad. 7th generation iPad over here. That's the beauty of the iPads, is they just keep going. My 2018 iPad Pro, I ended up selling it, but it took until 2022, 2023. And the only reason I upgraded was for the 12.9 inch. When it came down to just performance of the 2018, really wasn't any reason to upgrade. They're just good. Duncan, hey, AI, has no one seen the Terminator movies? I know. And what's sad about AI is that there's just no moral compass. And we look at what happens with people at times when there's no moral compass. What happens when logic without moral compass of any kind, goes astray? You're like, how do you want to solve pollution? Well, the easiest way is get rid of people. You're like, it will solve pollution the fastest. How do you want to stop global warming the quickest, AI? How can we do this? Not a problem. We got this. Humans gone. Look how quickly the planet heals itself. I know, Duncan, it's scary because it relies on the ethics and moral compass of the people programming it. Frank, looking to get Apple's MacBook Air with the M3, or should I wait until the fall and get the MacBook Air with the M4? I would wait. I would really wait. And the biggest reason I would wait, because Apple's saying they're going all in on AI. Now, if you found out that M4 had some processor, some little difference in there that prevented you from maximizing this AI leap, I would be very disappointed. So rumors are pointing to the fall. So it should be Air and Mini potentially in the fall. Worst case, it could push back to spring because, you know, I mean, it's push back, but I really, the M3 seems to be so incremental over the M2. The M2 wasn't huge over the M1, but if that M4 has an AI processor of some sort built in, it would be so disappointing to be, you know, in 7 months, you know, 6 months, you could have had a computer that gave you a whole different experience. Like, perfect example, the 2018 iPad was sold continuously with its processor, and then the M1 chip came out. Well, the M1 opened up Stage Manager, which allows you to have separate windows and to act more like a PC. And it opens up being able to hook up an external monitor and use it like a PC. Had you bought 5 months earlier, the whole functionality of your iPad can change. Your whole functionality can change at that point. The future of that device changes. Sorry. But yeah, that's that right there. I wouldn't take the chance, man. When spending money on a laptop, I would hang out because it is going to be a new one. It's not like how things used to be where Apple was depending on Intel's roadmap. Apple's on their own roadmap, and Apple has proven with their phones that every year new processors. So yeah, I would watch out. Let's see. But hopefully that helps, Frank. But that is a great question and something to really consider now. It's easy to go, M4, it'll only be a little difference, but it really seems like Apple's gonna get serious about the AI front. Like they're talking with Google and OpenAI about utilizing some of their functionality. Apple is actually working out deals to properly scrub for data, not just use a third party like OpenAI. We use this service to get our information. Well, that service is like, I'll take it all from, and just, you know, whatever. Apple apparently is trying to get information, pay for information to help train their models. So that could be interesting. Contemplating going back to an Android phone. Does anyone do something similar to Handoff yet, like Pixel and Nest Hub? Not that I know of. You know, they don't have anything to recognize Handoff in the same way. Like Apple uses the U1 chip that's found in AirTags. They use that in the iPhone for quite a while, and they have those in the HomePod. So as you bring it closer, it picks that up and actually tells by distance where it's going. So yeah, that is. I don't think they do. Chaz, yep, power cycled the Akara Hub, but never tried the Echo. I'll give that a shot. I hope it's as simple as something as simple as that, but it's so odd. It's so odd to me because it's all cloud-based. So how does this get messed up if you're just talking to cloud all the time? David, we have May Day, which is the first Monday, on May off, and also the last Monday of May off. It's so celebrate the change between spring and summer. Nice, I love it. I gotta give these Chinese companies, I gotta give them a shout out because a lot of these different brands, you know, reach out and they're coming out of China. But there is, I don't know what the week is, but it's like the country shuts down. They're like, we're gone for this week, and there's no communication. Like you will hear from some of these brands, and it's like you'll hear from them on Friday, and then it's gone. No communication. It's like it is a national holiday. And I'm like, that's awesome. I like that. Let's see. Paul Hibbert, Google just put it in bin. He got rid of his Google stuff. Yeah. Google's been a tough one. I feel like they've had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You do the hokey pokey and they just like it seems like they start to go and here's a new device, but they also just kind of hang out. Like it really annoyed me when their Nest Hub Max came out because it matched almost spec for spec with the Echo Show 10. And it's like, yeah, you guys, you didn't bring any more than you had to. You just went, oh, we're here, and then we'll just do cloud service. You know, it just felt like neither company was really pushing it. So and then you see nothing happen for a while. Then they'll write something that's interesting and catches them up, and then nothing. Anthony, hey Anthony, welcome. Does the mesh you use allow you to manually pick the channel? No. All the mesh ones I've used, like you can pick, like they don't. The whole idea is that you're just moving between them and they're talking to each other. And as far as I know, the best approach is just leave that on autopilot, whatever that communication is between them. As changing, like, I think you're referring to with routers, how you can manually pick the channels they're working on. I don't know if that's really an option. I know depending on the mesh network you get or mesh routers you get, some of them you can have a IoT channel or a guest network. Like my router, it has an IoT channel. So that one, I have the 5 gigahertz band turned off so that your most device, almost every device connects to 2.4 gigahertz. But I don't know of any individual channel control with them. Let's see, John. Hey, thumbs up, friends. Help the stream, John. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Long time support, John. And especially on those Amazon streams, too. And same with Nick. I appreciate you being there on those. Michael, wouldn't mind seeing a new iPad mini. Michael, I am with you. I would love to see an iPad mini Pro. That would be sweet. And even I'd take a little baby keyboard. I don't need a magic keyboard. The little folio keyboard would be cool. But it'd be nice to see a Pro version just to get a nice smooth screen out of it. And get that smooth screen and not feel like it's always behind. It's always just the oddball out. Even if it's not a Pro, just give it the same chip that the Air has in it. So it always it's got an A17X. Well, give me the option to do Stage Manager. If I want to have 2 little bitty windows, it's still better than my phone, but I can't do that because it doesn't have an M1 chip. So it would be nice, Michael, to see that as an update. David, brand new Universal Studios coming to the UK. Nice. How long will that take to build? God, I would picture that would take some time to build up a whole theme park. Speaking of, we got 4 years. I'm wondering what's going to start happening here in Southern California with the Olympics coming in 4 years. I'm like, what are they going to build or change for that? It's not like some of these countries where, apparently like Brazil, where it's like, hey, neighborhood, we got to build an Olympic thing here. Which is horrible to think of just kicking people out to build stuff for an event. But I'm really curious on LA, how they'll handle it. And yeah, let us know when is it estimated for Universal Studios to finish? Disneyland just got some, what is it? New Disneyland, Anaheim. Anaheim deal. I want to see what it was. That probably won't do it. Oh, yeah. It was approved. Disney is expanding in Disneyland, and they proposed a $2 billion plus development deal. And apparently it was passed by the city, I guess. So the city of Anaheim approved it, and Disneyland's getting bigger. David, my trust level with Amazon is now at 0. Voice commands have become worthless, especially controlling Fire TV. Most stuff still works well if automated. I'm sorry to hear that, man. And yeah, I'm with you, man, on there. Just disappointment. It's just really the thing. It's like you kind of commit to something early on, and it's one thing if it just kind of flops in the beginning, but when it has good momentum and just bad decisions kept it from really becoming something, or from continuing to grow. It's so annoying. This is the video. Oh man, let me just go to this video real quick. This, nope, that is not it. Oh, wrong one, dang it. Okay, copy and paste. This is a video I made 2022. I made this video in 2022. I think it was during a thinner phase. No, but this video, I'll share it. The thing with that video is that, sorry, can't do more than one thing at a time. In that video, I talk about why I switched over my smart home control over to Apple HomeKit. And it's one of those things that it's like so many of these issues I'm not experiencing because I've given up on the Echoes for writing a lot of this stuff. So, you know, I mean, that's where the Echoes get used as assistants. The HomePods run the house now. There's just more functionality. Like when it comes to a routine, like I just kicked a light out of this room. I can see every routine that light is in just by selecting it. And I could go, oh yeah, no longer want it there, don't want it there, don't want it there. And then just done. You know, it acts like a computer, not, you know, like, I don't know. But that, I'm sorry to hear that, man. And David, I think this is the first time in several years Amazon has not had a huge sale on Echo devices for Mother's Day. I need them to put the Echo Hub on sale. I still haven't bought the Echo Hub. I am buying that as my first Amazon Echo product that I don't pay full price on. It works for the people who 15-second attention spans. Yeah, I can't do that, man. All that cutting and all that stuff. David, I got told off for thinking The Greatest Showman was rubbish. What? The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman? That one? That's a fun one. Come on. It's got some songs that are catchy too. Hey, Bill, 35 minutes in there. Oh, wow. I managed to get myself real behind. Frank, thank you. I'm glad it helps because really I'd hate for you to make that choice. I know my sister had bought her husband an iPad in December. Bought the original iPad. Big old chunky thing. Whole design changed 2 months later with the iPad 2. I was like, oh, you may not want this one. You might want to return it. No. Just saying. Yeah. So, yes, I'd hate for that to happen. Bill, my favorite tablet I've had several years now, and it's still running and still receiving updates. It's not the fastest, but it still works. What is slow at this point when it comes to the tablet side of thing? There's either slow from the start, I think, or there's you run into moments here and there. I know my original iPad mini, like after it was 6 years or something, 7 years, it was like, okay, it's starting to feel it, but it was never, you know, like horrible. So I'm glad to hear your tablet's been working out for you well. Did you ever do side loading on it? V, I read that a new Apple TV and HomePod with the screen could come out with the iPads. If that's the case, the only thing that is not coming out this year is an Apple Watch Ultra 3, just a Watch 10. Yeah, I would love to see that happen. Last rumors I saw was pushed back to 2025. Like I thought Mark Gurman said that, who's like the big Apple guy. But I would love for it to happen. It's like, come on, get it together. Why? But there's always the Apple way. You know, the Apple way is like, yeah, we can make something with the screen, but if we find that right formula or the right iPad, you know, the right time where we can just switch everything to the little 3-pin dock on the back, iPad Airs, all that, put it into a dock. Now we sell a $300 speaker that sounds really good and an iPad. So instead of an Echo Show type thing for $300, the whole combination with the cheapest iPad. It's an $800 smart display, but it's an iPad. So I'm curious to see how that all shakes out. It's been way too long though. David, I have one 3-way switch left to replace with Lutron. Since they now offer a starter kit with the Pro Hub, is there any reason to get the Pro Hub? There's so much reason. I didn't even know they had a new Lutron Pro Hub. Not that I know of. I kind of love the fact that I don't even think about the Lutron stuff. It's just so good. I'm like, what is this Pro Hub? I want to see what that is because I didn't even know they made a difference. Cassetta. I see the Cassetta Pro Hub and regular. Pro models provide advanced specifications for greater versatility in a wider range of systems. Oh no, I think that is Cassetta, making them ideal for professional installers. I don't know if this is, oh no, Smart Hub Pro Starter Kit. The Smart Hub Home Pro. I don't know why that, the Smart Home Pro provides all the benefits of Smart Hub Plus. It's compatible with Lutron Triathlon. Well, it's compatible with select styles of, okay, it looks like we're opening up control for more third-party devices. Where we're looking at some of these other integrations. So from what I first saw in there, it sounds like it's Pro models provide advanced specifications for a wider range of systems. So for professional installers, you'd want to go with that. I think for your if you wanted to combine these, so if you're one of those companies that does installs and you work with these brands and all that, yeah, so it doesn't look like it'd be something that would really benefit us in any way. Devon, and very cool that you only have that one 3-way left. Yeah, and it's like yeah, it's like, do you have an extra remote? Because the 3-way kits are nothing more than just a single plug or a single switch or dimmer and then a remote, which is super cool. Universal UK or Devon, sorry. Craig, a new video game is coming to Steam and other gaming consoles. The video game will be coming out is My Little Pony, a Zephyr Heights mystery coming out on May 17th. That, I haven't heard My Little Pony in a while. Oh boy. And they got a game coming. That's crazy. David, Universal UK to open around 2029-30 in Bedfordshire, about around 2 hours drive north of London. I take it they're opening there for the land to have enough good sized space. Duncan, I am Scottish, therefore no devices understand me. Annoying, but can be hilarious at times. I'm glad you could laugh at it, but I can see that. Yeah, I can see, yes. Yeah, that's awesome, Duncan. And Duncan's one of our channel members. Thank you for your longtime support, man. David, Casa has a new smart dimmer plug with a separate button. Seems perfect for a nightstand. Yeah, the problem is that, or actually, no, the Casa, sorry, I was thinking Cassetta. I'm like, yeah, it's Lutron. Smart dimmer plug, that is cool. Because nobody's making dimmable smart plugs. I will say these Akara ones are super reliable. They're expensive. No, I did not. Where's that at? Do they, Casa smart plugs, make your outdoor lighting smarter. Outdoor smart dimmer. I'll have to look at that because I'm seeing, okay. I'm not too far behind right now, so I'll have to look that up later. But that's interesting because, yeah, not a lot of dimmer options, which I get it. Dimmers can break stuff. Turning power on and off is okay. You know, someone uses a dimmer wrong and they fry their air conditioning or something, it's just easier for a company to not bother. Should they do a new iPad without a camera? Interesting. It seems like why? Why would you take that away? Unless, I mean, but then you would lose the benefit of FaceTime. I was thinking like for a home, you know, a home device, but one of the selling points would be FaceTime. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm trying to think where would be the best for a bathroom. It's the iPad bathroom. Never be caught with the camera on with the new iPad bathroom. David, I've got my iPhone. How many people walk around carrying a 10 to 12 inch iPad to take photos? Oh, without a camera. I was thinking the front facing camera. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, that's a great point. It would actually be a great iPad for a home screen, you know, not to have a camera. You could shave all the price on it. So, yeah, it drives me insane when I would go to my daughter's event and you got that one person who's filming with an iPad. You know, you don't have you've got the iPad. And the cameras are not great. They are not great at all on the iPad. It's actually, I mean, they're not bad, but it's pretty disappointing that with Final Cut Pro, you can edit videos on your iPad, and if you need a clip, you can go and record it, and you could add it right in there for editing, but you can't do that with your phone. It's like a great feature to just go, oh, I need a B-roll clip, boom, boom, done. Instead, it's a whole ordeal. So you could do it quick and not as good, or do it good and then have an extra step. And Bill, thank you. 52 minutes. Never did side loading. Had a snag and never finished. I've never felt the need to side load devices. I don't know. Maybe that's why I like Apple so much. I just want it to work. I just want to, you know, I don't know. I just haven't had an app that I've needed to sideload. So for me, it's like something that never goes through my head, but I'll hear people with the Fire TV sticks that they're like, Fire TV sticks are so much better. You can sideload, blah, blah, blah. And it's a world I've never really thought about. Devon, there's a new series coming to Apple TV. Wanda? Wanda coming on June 28th. Hey, Apple TV shows, give them a shot. You might be, they got a good track record of good shows. David, Universal UK is 700 acres. Wow. 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 What is that? Universal Studios California acres. Let's see if I can get a size, because that sounds ridiculous. Oh, wow. Okay. In Universal Studios in California is 415 acres. So, wow, that's almost twice the size as the one here in LA. Crazy. Cool, man. And David looked it up, 415 acres. Yeah, that is a good size park. Wow, that is a good one. So that'll be fun. They got some good properties. I like Universal Studios. It's fun to go over. And they don't cost anywhere near like Disneyland. Chantal, I wonder why HomePod would need a screen. I talked to it. And top to pause, music or silence, a timer. What I can see is the CarPlay interface would be nice. Like, I don't need a full-blown iPad out of it, but I can see Apple CarPlay, iOS CarPlay. Let's see. I'm trying to find, come on, just show me the simplest version. You know, even that. Just, I like the stripped down version of CarPlay, which, God forbid, like, there's another example. If it's going to show me the calendar, I think to show a condensed version that's meant to be looked at quickly, and like the app layout, like this right here, I think that would be very useful, so that you could just type a message and maybe the camera then use Face ID to know it's you, and it types you could do your messages. So that's where I think, like, having access to all these different apps, you know, these are all available in the car, But to be able to start doing that from a smart display, I could see offering value. I could, I mean, there's Audible. Boom, start your Audible playing on there. But again, you don't need that for a screen. But in my mind, the CarPlay interface is the way to go. To have a full-on iPad, I think is overkill. I think dumbing it down so that from across the room you could see your calendar, awesome. Controls, it's very simple. I really wish my car had CarPlay, but that's where my mind goes. And FaceTime. Texas has a university. University is making one too. Are they? They go. Universal? They're making one? Anthony, I have to sideload stuff because hardware like SmartVac, SmartWasher, and more has the app geo-locked to the US, so I sideload to get the apps anyway. Love it. That is Universal Dallas is 97 acres. They go up. Yeah, Anthony, that makes a lot of sense. That's where I totally get it when people explain stuff like that. That makes sense to me. But yeah, it's just never been in my orbit, my space. So, anyways, thank you, Bill. 55 minutes. We're at 10:01. I'm wrapping the stream up now. This is one of the shorter streams in a long time. I do appreciate you guys being here. David, that popped into my head after I got off the stream earlier. I know you guys voted to strike. You guys are starting to strike next week, meaning you're gonna be home then. Or are you gonna go? Are you gonna be on a picket line or something? But yeah, that's gotta be scary. And I hope that it is a short strike, and you guys can all get works well. The government has an F-15 jet. Oh yeah. Did you see the new like manta ray, or not manta ray, the submarine that looks like, what are those damn things called? I don't know. Whatever. F-15. Yeah, that's a new jet coming out. Very cool. Yep, but I'm going to run away. I'm going to get out of here now before we go down another rabbit hole of cool tech talk. Thank you guys for being here. I won't be able to stream next weekend as of now. If for some reason my release schedule changes, there's a car video coming out. They got something new coming out on Wednesday, so look for that video. Tomorrow, I have my 15 everyday uses for the Vision Pro to try to show people that it does way more than just play movies. And yeah, so anyways, I am going to get out of here. I do appreciate it, again, you guys being here. David, yes, we have to pick it so we don't miss out on pay. It's 6 days of strike over the weeks of May. Okay, cool. So it's not looking like a crazy months-long thing at this point. Writer strike, all that. Yeah, so, yeah, the F-15. I know, God, you see, this is the rabbit hole of tech. I know government was looking at like projects where you get one lead jet and you get AI jets flying with it, which is kind of crazy. But yep, I'm going to get out of here. Bye, Chantal. Bye, everybody that came. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Bill, for keeping me on track. It helps so much, man. And I will catch you guys next weekend. Hopefully, if we're able to bump the video up, we can do next weekend. But as of now, not. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.